Hello, hello, hello. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. Look, Sean's behind the camera. Look at her. Look at her.
Hi, y'all.
Double and triple checking. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, as I always say. So for those of you guys who have been waiting, baby, come on in the room. Because y'all know y'all been on this phone of mine, girl. Come on in the room.
Y'all done woke her up out of the bed, girl, on a Saturday morning.
Girl, come on in the room on this Saturday morning, girl.
Right.
So anyway, for those of you guys who have never been with me before, you've never been with us before, my name is Candy Sincerity Johnson. I am known all over social media now in a very short amount of time, girl, for helping people unlock their wealth potential. I help you get from the life you have to the life you want, but I do that, and my commentary is done by using current events, things that are trending in the news, and really just breaking things down as I see it and giving you the financial play. So we take that information, we help you apply it to your life and how you can elevate your finances. And so, girl, the dials have been talking. Sean is sitting off to the side. Sean, you want to say hi?
Hi, good morning, best friends. How y'all doing?
Good morning, best friends.
Unfortunately, I am not camera ready today, so.
Listen, Sean is sitting over here with an old school roller set. I'm nervous and confused about what's going on up under this bonnet with this old school roller set. However, maybe she's going through a midlife crisis because she turns 43 in the morning. So, you know, I don't really know what's happening. But she's yet getting ready for dinner on tomorrow.
I'm starting to get ready for dinner tomorrow night today.
Girl, whatever that means. Okay. So enough with the introductions. Listen, my inbox has been blowing up. People have been contacting me, tagging me and stuff. Everybody is saying, girl, give us a reaction video breaking down these court documents and what everything means for all parties financially. So I know many of you are here. Y'all are looking for the tea, girl. And so you guys want us, Sean and I both, to break everything down. What you think about that?
Hey, you know, that's what we're here to do, but I don't know if it's gonna necessarily be
right
what people are looking for.
So I will say this. You guys over the past week or so have seen us do not one, not two, but 3 videos. We've done 3 videos as it relates to everything that's going on with Chef Carmen, everything from our perspective, and everything as we see it. We've done 3 videos. We did our own 2 videos, and then there was a day where she went live on her page and she brought us on her live. Mm-hmm. One of the consistent things that you have heard me say on all 3 videos, I'm looking down at my notes because this is in my own handwriting. I want to make sure I didn't miss a beat while I was talking to you guys. One of the things that you guys heard me say on all 3 videos is that we were advising not only Carmen, but we were advising all parties involved because we still have never talked to Karina. We don't know Karina, but we were advising all parties involved to take this offline, try to get into mediation to avoid some of the court stuff that's going on, but to try to get into mediation and specifically for, look at your phone. You want to take that?
But then it's going to stop your live.
That's fine over there. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting a phone call right now. Hold on.
Hold on. Hello? Hold on 1 second. Let me step away.
Okay. You might want to go in another room. So anyway, we were advising not only Carmen, but all parties involved to try to get this into mediation. That was Carmen calling us. But we were advising Carmen and all parties involved to try to get this into mediation so that you could avoid, if possible, going through the full court proceedings. And we were also advising Carmen to try to get into therapy for mental health, just so that she can try to help navigate all of what's coming at her. There's a lot of stuff coming at her and it's emotionally taxing for any individual. I couldn't imagine what that would feel like. So we were basically saying, you know, we would advise you to take it offline and to do that so that you can handle the emotional distress of everything, so that you could also, you know, figure out what your next moves are as it relates to the business. So you guys saw those videos that we did. We said that, and we're consistent with that. I'm looking through all my other notes because the call threw me off guard. We also said, next. Let's talk about what was released. As it relates to what was released, Sean and I saw what was released. After we watched the video, we had to sit and figure out how this was going to impact us. We knew we had previously did videos about this topic. We knew people were going to be looking for a reaction and a response video. What we had to sit and figure out last night is, are we going to break everything down? Are we going to, like, what are we going to do? Are we going to just say, we out of it? We're not going to say anything. Like, how are we going to handle this? So Sean and I stayed up. We talked about it for a while last night. And I said, we're at a crossroads where we have a very difficult decision to make. We've been having conversations with Carmen offline, outside of social media. And we've been having conversations online, as it relates to the topic. But one of the things that for me, I couldn't do is I didn't want to come after I've been telling her what I think offline. I didn't want to come and do a video online breaking down all of the documents. Now, me personally, I know and I understand that this is public record. I know and I understand that other people have done it. But for me, the word that kept resonating in my mind was integrity for me, right? Integrity, and it goes against my core values. Why does it go against my core values? It's because now Carmen, myself, and Sean are talking more offline than we are online. And it just didn't feel right to come back and do a reaction video. That's my right hand to God. That is my truth. And that's what I sat with last night. And so I know you guys are looking for that from us. In true transparency, I wouldn't feel right doing it, because in my mind, I don't want to do to somebody else what I wouldn't want somebody to do to us. Very similar to when Carmen went live earlier today. She said, hey, I'm a small business, support my small business, etc. If I can be brutally honest with you guys, Sean and I are small business owners too. She's got an e-commerce brand where we have handbags and jewelry and all of that on the Sincerity Johnson page. As for me, you guys know I do business coaching. I do financial coaching. So you guys know, and we've been getting a lot of support from both sides of the business. Doing the right video and saying the right things and breaking everything down for us could have pushed our business to levels that, probably wouldn't, it may not have been seen, in such a short amount of time. But I'm not willing to grow my brand. I'm not willing to risk my integrity and my core values just for clicks, views, and short-term money. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right, guys. I'm telling you. If you look back at our page, we've been doing content for years. Typically before this, our videos would get 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 4,000 views. We started talking about this. Our video started getting 40-something thousand views. We have not grown like this. So it will be easy for us to continue on that bandwagon, but just knowing and understanding where we now know things are and the conversations that we're having with Carmen offline, I just don't feel right in doing that. And so I hope you guys understand that. I hope you respect it. And as it relates to Darius's video, we love and respect him. We've been following Darius for a long time. In fact, back in, I think I had surgery in June. So it was back in like July-ish. We had dining with Darius tickets, and he was sold out in Chicago. So we ended up buying tickets for the next closest city, which was Milwaukee. I didn't feel good enough to make the journey after I had surgery, because I had a hysterectomy. But after I had my surgery in June, I didn't feel good enough making the drive from Chicagoland area where we live over to Milwaukee. So I ended up selling my ticket to one of my friends. So Sean went, my friends, like two of my friends ended up going, and I stayed here at home. And so when Sean went, she was like, man, I talked to Darius after everybody had left. We had a real good conversation. And they even had some conversations where Sean asked him, she was like, hey, we love your brand. We love your audience. would you ever consider promoting us? And so he was like, nah, I really don't do that. Like, no, I'm not interested in doing that. But he stayed and he talked to her, which he did not have to do. He stayed, he talked to her, he gave her advice on how to build our brand, how to build community, you know, all of that stuff. And he really poured into her, and we're super grateful for that. So we've had nothing but positive experiences with him. And this is not in any way, shape, form, or fashion a knock against him, his brand, or anything that he stands for. And I'm not suggesting that we're friends, because that was the one and only experience we've ever had with him outside of us just watching his content all of the time. But there's some decisions in life that sometimes people connected to you make, or sometimes your friends, even your friends in your own personal life, even your friends might make certain decisions, and you sit back and you be like, girl, I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that, but if that's what you do, then so be it. You get what I'm saying? And so last night video was one of them situations where I was like, I wouldn't have did it, but if that's what you do, then that's your business, right? But I can't do it. Again, going back to my core values and going back to the integrity piece, right? When Sean and I first did those videos, Carmen contacted us after the second video. And she was like, hey, you know, everybody was sending me the videos. I took a look at them and I saw them, but why didn't y'all just call me and tell me you was going to do a video? It's not like you don't have my number and we ain't talked before. And so we told her, we was like, you know, hey, we will make sure she's okay with everything.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. We were like, you know, hey, we probably should have picked up the phone. And we told her on that first call, we were like, hey, if you don't want us to talk about it anymore, we won't. Right. And she was like, no, go ahead. Whatever you feel like you need to do, go ahead and do it. Because the one thing that she said about us is, she was like, you've been respectful. You've been professional about the whole thing. You've been very accurate for the most part. And you've been informative. So she was like, if you want to keep doing videos about it, you certainly can. So it was one of those things where she literally had given us giving us her blessing to keep doing it. But I'm telling y'all, last night, it just, Sean and I, and she'll tell you, thank you very much for the stars.
Did you want me to address the stars?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Doreen, for the stars. Ms. Dana, hey, boo. Thank you so much for the stars. Oh, that's not for this video. But thank you so much for the stars, ladies. I did have just one small message from Chef. Do you want me to share?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is in real time.
So I just got off the phone with Chef Carmen, guys. She's okay, but she just wanted, well, I'll tell you your part after the video, but she just wanted to let everybody know that the information is out there. You guys know what I'm referring to, but she just said to say that she has her side of it. She does have her lawyer and she's going to have to respond. But just keep in mind that that's only one side. And she just wanted that to be known.
Yeah. So what I was sharing when you stepped away was, for us, we had a long conversation last night about the integrity and core values thing for us. And so for us, that's big. I pray every night that our businesses grow and that they thrive and that they become successful and that we create something that our kids can take and run with it, and, you know, whatever, that we create generational wealth through our businesses. But I'm not willing to do it at the expense of somebody else. Right. I'm not willing to do that. If that means we will remain small, then that means we will remain small. And so for me, I can't put something out there towards somebody else that I wouldn't want to come back on me, right? If you guys go back, and this is no suggestion, but hear me and hear me out very good. Go back down my timeline on this page a couple weeks, maybe 1-2 weeks, right? Sean and I did a real heavy video where I was talking about, because I had took a long break from social media, but then I came back. On that video, I was talking about one of my best friends. And I was talking about my best friend having some financial issues, and how just what seemed like in a drop of a dime, it clearly wasn't. She had other issues leading up to that. But I got the call that she had tried to take her own life. And she was laying in intensive care, and she was literally fighting for her life. And so that taught me a specific lesson. It taught me a valuable lesson. You could talk to people every day. You can interact with people, but you have no clue what somebody's breaking point is. regardless of what you think or how you feel, we all are walking around with an invisible number on our forehead. If you could think of like a thermometer, like a temperature gauge, everybody's walking around with this invisible number on their head, and I can't see your number and you can't see my number. So you guys have to know and understand when somebody gives you their opinion, their 2 cents, their commentary, all of these things, a lot of times our commentary or our perspective is rooted from our own personal experiences, our education, things we've learned, etc. So my own personal experience in dealing with it from another friend makes me super on guard as it relates to what's going on now. Hear me and hear me very good. I'm not making any suggestion that Carmen has said or done anything that would make me believe that she wants to hurt herself. But if I dealt with it not too long ago with one of my best friends that I talk to every single day, there's signs and stuff that people miss, people are not paying attention to, and I just don't want to be tied to or connected to anything that could tip somebody over the edge. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I won't add to it. And like I told you guys before, one of the things that you'll find with us is we try very, very hard to be consistent. And so thank you very much, Miss Denise, for the stars. Thank you very much, Miss Didi, for the stars. Thank you very, very much, guys. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share on this video. I know you guys have a lot of questions. If there's anything that I can answer, I will, according to what I shared with you guys that, you know, I'm willing to state. So I'll let you guys, if you have any questions or if there's something that you want to know, definitely type it. I will say this. I know that there was somebody who, there was a couple people on Chef Carmen's video from earlier. She went live for about maybe what, 25 minutes or so. We woke up and seen the live. We just woke up about 2 hours ago, an hour or so ago. So we woke up and seen the live and we watched the replay. I typed in the comments, hey, I'm watching the replay. I'll reach out to you later. So when we watched the replay of the video, we noticed, when we watched the replay of the video, we noticed that she mentioned that there was a lot of comments of people wanting to know, okay, hey, you saying go buy seasonings, go buy cookbooks, but where does this money go? We want to make sure the money goes to you. The money goes to the business, right? The money goes to the business. One of the things that you guys have heard her say, and you've heard in the court documents being read, is that they're partners. They're 50-50 partners. So the money is funneled into the business. And so, you know, the best thing to do, if you guys still support their business, if you support Karina, if you support Carmen, if you support both of them, if you indifferent, you know, if you can, I'm not sending you to my website on this particular video, although I could, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sending you to my website, but I'm saying if you guys support Carmen, go bless her. If you guys support Karina, go bless her. And, you know, go to IGotYouSeasonings.com, grab your seasonings, grab your cookbooks, grab, you know, whatever. And just, you know, show your love and support. Any questions that you've seen?
No questions so far. Did you address this or no?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I did.
Okay,
I did.
I didn't know what I missed. I'm sorry.
Did you want to read some of the comments?
So yes. So Wendy says, you guys are amazing. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you so much, Queen. We appreciate that. We know that this is a difficult space to kind of step into. And trust me, we get some negative comments as well, but we just kind of chuck it to the deuces and keep it moving. So Didi said, I seen y'all the other day on Chef's page and just knew I had to follow y'all. Y'all are a blessing to her right now. She needs the support. I feel so bad for her.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, like I said before, I gave you guys a backstory about my friend is because everything that we do in life is rooted and grounded in something else. I tell y'all that all of the time. And so, yeah, you know, I might not have seen the signs with my friend, but when I seen this whole situation blowing up as it relates to Carmen, I was like, yeah, she needs somebody close to her. And so, yeah, throughout the day, we checking, texting, making sure she's good, all of that. If we ain't heard from her in a while, we, you know, whatever, just to make sure she knows that there's still people who, you know, have her back, who, you know, whatever. I will say this because I don't think I mentioned this part of it. One of the things that I did hear in her video earlier, again, I was asleep when she went live. We hadn't talked to her today at all. But one of the things that I heard her say is, let me see, I took notes. She said on today's video, she said she didn't do things perfectly. She said she has to take ownership for some of the things that she did, and how this has impacted her. So I did hear her say that. Now, this was the first time that I heard her say that, but I think that's huge, is because a lot of people were like, don't play victim, take ownership. So I'm now hearing her say, look, I understand. I went too far. I said certain things I shouldn't have said. And so, sometimes you speak words, you can't take them back. And so I think that's huge. I think that's huge. Some people would suggest she's being coached. If y'all thinking I'm coaching her, I didn't. I literally was asleep. But, we watched the replay like a lot of you guys probably watched the replay. But I was proud of her because, anytime there's a fallout, it's always some ownership on both parties. Even if it's just a little. Even if it's 1% over here, 99% over there, 50-50, whatever. It's something that both parties or all parties could have done different. It's always like that. So seeing her take ownership for her portion was huge, right? And so I feel like when you make the decision to be friends with somebody, sometimes your friends are going to make choices or do things that you don't always agree with, but that don't mean that you step away or that you run. Thanks. And so Sean and I made the decision to just stand by her, throughout this. Because again, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would want somebody to stand with me.
So 2 questions. Ms. Leslie says, seeing that you have kids, how do you feel about the issue with her and her daughter? I know we kind of addressed that, but the limits that we go with that.
Yeah. So I'll address that question, but then I'm going to be very gentle about addressing it because I don't really like to speak on parent-kid relationships because it's a very sensitive topic. I will say this. Carmen is very emotional. She loves her daughter. She loves Victoria. You guys have seen, she loves Ashley. She loves Victoria. You guys have seen them on live. You've seen them interact. My daughter's name is Kennedy. My son's name is Caleb. If there was a day where they weren't talking to me, we had a fallout, things weren't going well, it would set me up. On my worst days, they were the why that got me up out the bed. My kids literally, although they're AW9, they saved my life. So I could not imagine what that is like, what that experience is like. Which is why if you guys scroll down on my page, yesterday I put the post, I was like, I'm praying for repair relationships and all of this. Like, I mean that. Because money, you can get money back. Money comes and goes. Friends come and go. People will love you today and hate you tomorrow. But it's something about a mother and a daughter. It's something about a mother and a son. It's something about a father and a daughter. It's something about a father and a son. When those are your kids and they came from you, it hit different. And so that's why I said what I said about not only them seeking the legal counseling or getting the legal advice from a professional, meaning an attorney, but also getting the therapy. Because there's so many different emotional ties into this one dynamic. If you could imagine feeling like, whether it's real or not, feeling like in a very short time, you lost everybody that meant something to you. I couldn't imagine what that feels like. I couldn't. So,
what's that? Okay, Queen, hopefully I'm not saying your name wrong. I'm huge on names. Y'all gonna hear me say that a million times, especially with our new friends. But Miss Oline, I hope I'm saying your name right. She said, are you saying that Chef is in some type of emotional distress?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that she's very sad. I'm saying that you guys have seen her cry. Every single person almost who has watched the video has suggested, man, you losing weight. You don't look the same, this and that. I would say that even if I had never talked to her outside of social media and I had never had a private conversation with her, Stevie Wonder can see that this is impacting her, right? Whether she says that, she's never said that. She's never, let me go on record. She's never said Candace, Sean, I'm depressed. I'm this. She's never said that, but should she have to? Would she have to? You get what I'm saying? We see that this is taking a toll on her. We see that this is hard for her. We see that it's impacted so many close relationships to her. So because of that, you know, we can draw the conclusion that she's going through a very difficult time emotionally. But no, that's why I'm saying I want you guys, because I know this video is gonna get sliced and diced. It's gonna get dissected. People probably gonna put me in groups, girl, which is fine, right? But hear me and hear me very well. I've never said, never suggested that she's suicidal. I've never said or never suggested that she's not, you know, whatever. I don't know. But what I have said is that the recent situation that I went through with one of my best friends has me on guard, right? Again, what do we learn from? We learn from life experiences. We learn from our education, different information that we come in contact with that shapes our opinion and how we operate as human beings. So my prior life experience has me on guard as it relates to seeing a friend in an emotionally fragile position, right? So I haven't, you know, it's impacted me. And it's probably because of what I recently experienced. That's what I'm saying. I'm not suggesting that Carmen said anything to me that would lead me to believe one way or the other. What I'm saying is, because of my own personal experiences, I'm now taking that to this situation. And I'm now saying, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure I'm checking on her to make sure she's okay. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with everything that she's done. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with everything Karina's done. You know, a lot of this, you know, whatever, it's probably 3 or 4 sides to the story. We just getting fragments of both. But what I'm saying is, just because a person may or may not be wrong does not mean that they shouldn't be checked on. So that's it. That's it.
Let me go back up. So I'm sorry, y'all. So Miss Tanya said correction. She did say she's depressed. That was a few days ago. So Tanya, I know Candy was saying that she's never said that. She's never said that to us.
Yeah.
So she said that on her video, her platform. We're not going to discredit what she said, but we're just saying as far as our conversations with her.
And just to give you guys some context, I don't boil water, right? The people that we're talking about, they're chefs. They cook, right? Earlier in the video, I mentioned Darius. Again, love Darius, right? He cooks. Again, we've been talking a lot about Carmen. She cooks. If it's a cooking video, baby, I didn't see it because I'm a fat girl. So if I can't sit down and pull up a chair to the table and fix a plate, I ain't interested in watching you cook because that's going to make me mad. Girl, that's like watching porn and can't... You understand what I'm saying? What I'm supposed to do, okay? So if she says something on the cooking show, or if he says something on the cooking show, I ain't see it. I don't know. I follow these people because of the business that they built, the community that they created. I follow them for a completely different reason. And so when I look at the content and stuff that they put out, I'm looking at it from a completely different lens, right? So, you know, that's that. That's just my truth, girl. All I can give y'all is my truth. Y'all gonna ride over here and all you're gonna get is transparency. And sometimes you're gonna like it, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're gonna agree, sometimes you're not. But all I can keep showing up is being me. I can't be nobody else. I can't be nobody else, girl.
So a couple of people had questions as far as the house goes. I don't know, because, well, one person said, how can this house be sold without her signature? And then somebody else asked, will she have to move? I don't know if you want to address that because we don't really know the details about that. So, I mean,
I honestly don't know. I will be doing, let me say this. I will be doing Carmen a disservice, Karina a disservice, and you guys a disservice if I try to speak on anything related to the house. Because I don't know. Right? When we did our first 2 videos about this subject, we were reacting to what one or both parties have put out. I haven't looked at any of those documents. This is my right-handed guy. If you could look at the history of my computer, I never searched any of the court documents. I never did. Everybody has a line that they draw in the sand. Everybody's got a line. I can't cross your line. You can't cross my line. My line might be different from your line. That don't make me right and you wrong. That don't make you right and me wrong. That goes across my line. It crosses my line. I'm not interested in the court documents. If she gives me the court documents and she says, hey, here's the court documents, I'm going to send them to you. I want you to do a video about it, or I'm curious, then I'll do one, but I'm not going to go looking for nothing. Thank you very much for the stars, Kevon. Thank you very much for the stars, baby. We appreciate everybody giving stars, girl.
Let's see. Miss Heidi said, this is my second time watching. I really like and respect what you two are doing here. Thank you very much, love.
Thank you. Thank you. And then also another thing, I'll say this. You guys know, so, and this is not to suggest that anybody is different, but girl, let me say this. Sean and I have kids. When you have kids, you have to move different. Like, girl, I can't, I can't be getting into social media wars with folks. I can't be, thank you very much, Miss Shirley, for the stars. I can't be, can you bring my pen back? It's one right here.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't be getting into social media wars with people. I have children. Can I be honest with y'all? When you somebody's mother and you reach a certain level of maturity, and this is not a knock against anybody. Everybody move different. But when you get to a certain point in life, you just have to make certain choices for yourself. I don't do I'm not going to do a social media war with anybody. I don't have a problem with anybody. There wouldn't even be a reason to, because I have complete respect for everybody in their craft and what they built. Again, I follow and watch all of these people. I have learned from all of these folks. And all of these folks have helped us in a very short amount of time, whether it's directly or indirectly, make a lot of money in our businesses. Because I don't watch social media for the sake of entertainment. I watch it to take my life from here to here. And I only watch people who can elevate me in some capacity. So, yeah. Do you have anything else? Any other questions or anything?
No, I don't have any more questions. And it doesn't look like our best friends have any other questions. I just want to continue to say, because I know that there's still going to be some new people. Welcome to the new friends that decide to join our community. We appreciate you guys being here. We understand and value when people become a part of your community. That's huge.
Yep.
So we just want to make sure that you guys know that we appreciate all the new friends that have joined us in this time.
Yeah. And I would say this too. Don't feel compelled to feel like you got to pick sides. Don't feel compelled to do that. And I drew the conclusion on a prior video. It's very reminiscent of, y'all, this is our couch back here. If we sitting on the couch, mom and daddy come in the room and they arguing. And we sitting on the couch and we little kids and we're listening to mom and daddy argue. At the end of the day, that's still, regardless of who right and who wrong, that's still mom and that's still daddy, right? You don't have to pick a side. You don't have to pick a side. You can be supportive of everybody. And I think for me, because my goal is to build a big, successful Black women-owned business, when I see it, even a Black, successful gay male-owned business, whoever, when I see our community win, let me be clear. I love everybody's community. But when I see our community win at a very high level, girl, I'm sitting back with my pom-poms and I'm cheering. And I'm not picking sides, because I'm telling you, nobody did anything to Candace. Can I be honest? Nobody did anything to me. Karina didn't do anything to me. Tay didn't do anything to me. Carmen didn't do anything to me. Darius didn't do it. Nobody did anything to me, girl. Nobody did anything to me. So I'm not picking a side. I love and support everybody. Now, if I say something that's offensive, I apologize. But all I could do is show up and give my truth. And because of the videos that we had done, people were sitting back waiting on our reaction. And so in true fairness, I felt like the best thing to do would be to just have a good old-fashioned, good Judy and good Jonathan conversation with our best friends and just say, girl, my core values, my integrity, I came.
We got to sit this one out.
We got to sit this one out, sis. We got to sit this one out. So we love you. Listen, y'all keep y'all notifications on. Sean's birthday is tomorrow. We're going to be going live. We might be doing some behind the scenes stuff. But life is life for us. Pray for my family. My stepfather is in the process of making his transition, and my little brother is having a time. So life is life. And you might see me driving to Louisiana in the car. You might see me at the airport catching a flight. You might see me, girl, at dinner with Sean tomorrow. I don't know. From moment to moment, I don't know. But I will continue to show up. I will continue to serve. I will continue to encourage, and I will continue to uplift. And there's not a darn thing y'all can do about it. Like we always say, the absolute best is yet to come. But baby, we got some work to do. Y'all take care.